Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We are talking NBA, Clippers, and Nuggets, the two best words in sports, or so I'm told. Game 7. If you like our content, we'd really appreciate it if you give us a like, share our stuff, and if you want a notification every time we post a new video, hit the bell. This is a series that was not expected to be a close one. The Clippers were big favorites entering the regular season and also the postseason. They're big favorites in this one, or I guess you'd say -7.5. The total is 207.5, and this total has slowly crept down since both these teams 3-6-1, with 6 games to the under in their last 10. The Nuggets are 8-2 against the number in their last 10. Clippers 5-5 against the spread in their last 10. Denver has now won 2 games in a row in a really exciting series. Craig Trapp, first thoughts when it comes to this Game 7 of Clippers and Nuggets?
Well, it seems like the Nuggets play the best when they have everything against the wall. You know, when they're backed against the wall, that's when they've came out the best. Of course, against the Jazz, now against the Clippers, they have nothing to lose here, and I think that is a dangerous spot if you're a Clippers team that has really high expectations, not just to win this series, but they have expectations, to hopefully beat the Lakers in the next round and win it all. So I think there's a lot of expectations and a lot of that's awful, a lot of pressure, and I think that's maybe a trouble here if you're a Clippers backer.
Right, especially as you mentioned, this would be an epic collapse for the Clippers. This is a team that was supposed to be a super team with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I think the pressure's definitely on them, and Jokic said that in an interview. He said the pressure's not on us. All the pressure's on the Clippers now. And I think 7.5 is a lot of points to give this Nuggets team, especially when you see the total number of 207.5. It means the odds makers think it's going to be a low scoring game. And so points are at a premium. So I think that's a lot of points to give this Nuggets team that's really contended with the Clippers.
I think you're right on that. I think you have to take the underdog Denver Nuggets. They're playing with house money. They're got a lot of confidence rolling. You got a Clippers team that has all those expectations. I just think you take the Nuggets plus the points. I think this is going to be a little higher scoring than normal game sevens, just because I got to think at some point this Clippers team is going to start scoring a little more consistent. It's like they do it for like 2 quarters, and the other 2 quarters they're just all over the place. I think they'll play a little better, and they better, because if they're going to beat this Denver Nuggets team. So I like my better play is definitely the Nuggets plus the points over as well with the Clippers and the Nuggets game 7 here. But I think Denver is I wouldn't doubt if I might even play a little money line that if Denver wins this game.
Right. I think a lot of it hinges on how Jamal Murray does. Obviously, they've been double teaming him and making sure he doesn't get open looks. But in 3 wins, Jamal Murray has averaged 24 points. In the losses this series, he's only averaged 14. So I think if Murray has a big night and comes up big like he has been so far in this postseason and game sevens, mind you, I think that Denver definitely has a fighting chance, especially the way Jokic has been playing. And also some of their role players, their bench hasn't been half bad. Clippers, they enter the series as one of the deeper teams in the NBA, and obviously they're the best team on paper. But I think 7.5 is the reason that I'm leaning on the Nuggets here.
Yeah, Paul Millsap also as a veteran he's came up really big last third quarter of last game. He really, when they were down, I think 9 points, he really came up big, got him going. I think he had like 8, 9 points in that quarter. I think that's the key here. When you get some extra points from players that you're really not expecting, you expect Murray to have to get some points, but when you get those other ones from these other role players, I think that's what they're going to get. And I definitely am with you. I think you take the Nuggets and the points.
Well, that's going to do it for Clippers and Nuggets talk here on Picks and Parlays. As always, great stuff from Craig Trapp. Craig, thanks for joining us.